are in Zionsville. Pretty nice looking neighborhood. There's my brother's Buick. So here she is, 1979 Yamaha XS750. Already started wrenching on it. There's my brother's bike, 1976 Yamaha XS500. This thing made it across the country and back with only one engine rebuild. And then he picked up two Suzukis just recently, 1980 GS1100E. This is the super bike, fastest bike in production in 1980, 24,000 miles. And then a 1978 GS750E. All neat bikes, all from that late 70s magic era. So this bike is mint except for the exhaust. That's a shame. Otherwise, this thing only has 5,000 miles on it. So, already got the brakes bled and working. It's got 3 triple disc brakes. Doing spark plugs. Probably going to take the carbs off, go over those. Got the gas tank over here. Check for leaks on the petcocks. It's got 2 petcocks, little WD-40. I'm excited to get this thing on the road. And it's still got the original tires from 1979 on it. A little dry rotted. What are these? Bridgestones. Wow. I'm going to put some fresh Shinko tires on there, and I think it's going to be a sweet ride. For some reason, someone decided to put Champion spark plugs in a Yamaha. That's a no-no. OEM plugs are NGKs. Look at this vintage packaging. Scored these on eBay. These are discontinued by NGK, but eBay is the place to go for those. BP7ES, and the P stands for projected tip. See, the porcelain sticks out a little bit. OEM spec. So we're going to pop some of these in, and oh, it's going to be awesome. So we're in Indianapolis. I'm here with my brother. We're doing some late night wrenching on his 1991 Buick Park Avenue with the legendary 3800 V6. And what's the customer complaint?
So when I bought the car, it had a 2-cylinder misfire. That actually ended up being an ignition module. So I replaced it with sort of the newer Series 2 one off a junkyard car.
So the whole module with the coils,
yeah,
right? The whole assembly
and everything. Still had a check engine light. I have the hand-me-down Modus that you gave me. So you know, the whole time I was showing this, I think it was like it was a cam position fault, CMP.
Was it code
41?
41.
Like that. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I guess it's very typical.
So we you called me up, right, and you know, you hooked up the scope, right? And like, well, do you have a signal, right? We have power, ground, and the signal is just high all the time, right?
Yeah.
With it running. And we're like, well, it has to be a bad cam sensor.
Yep.
Right? So you got how many different cam sensors?
So initially, I just picked up a couple at the junkyard because they were, you know, they're easy to pick off, and you know, they cost us nothing. So I figured, okay, well, let me grab a couple.
Popped them in,
nothing changed, and I figured, well, okay, well, what's the chance that all these roached out old Buicks all have bad cam sensors?
Right.
Possible. So I went on Rock Auto, and again, this thing, I got the whole car for $400. I'm buying the cheapest possible stuff on Rock Auto just as an experiment.
Aftermarket garbage.
Yeah, so I got a standard, their T-Series, something or other. It was $15. The AC Delco was like $35, so decided to save a bit of money, you know, got the $15 one, hooked it up, Also, same thing.
No signal.
Yeah, and so I tell Vanya, and he
I'm
says,
like, you got to get the OEM,
yeah,
man.
hey, you got to get the AC Delco. It's probably just a junk aftermarket thing. I figured, yeah, he's probably right.
Okay.
So I got the AC Delco one. Another $40 all said and done with shipping. Pop it in. Exact same
no
thing.
signal. Okay.
So and when I test all of these, the defaults for the signal running high, it's this 6.58 volts. All of them have the same, show the same thing, but
Right.
absolutely nothing on a crank. There's no.
So it's just
weight.
flat line.
Yeah, just flat line. No
Okay.
change.
So then I'm like, okay, what else could it be? Looked up factory service info, and one of the possible causes was a missing or defective magnet on the actual cam gear. What kind of system is that? I've never seen a magnet on a cam gear to trigger the sensor. Usually it's a reluctor or a cutout or something, but no, in this case it actually has a little magnet. So my brother went to Rock Auto again, and we got a couple new AC Delco magnets, and this is what it looks like. Probably made in Mexico, and this guy sits in a hole in the cam gear from the back side. So let's look in the mirror. We removed the water pump pulley for easier access, and through the hole of the cam sensor, right there, it was basically the plastic fell apart from heat and age, so I dug the rest of it out, and we don't want to pull the timing cover, pull the timing gear and chain and everything to pop this magnet in from the back. Will it work if we just shove it in from the front? Because the magnet actually holds itself into the cam gear, and this side is, it's magnetic, and we can actually test that if we bring the magnet close to the cam sensor here. Will we see a signal? We do if we bring the front end in, but if we bring the back end in, it might not work. That's unfortunate. So this side is obviously weaker, so you can't do the shortcut of just popping it in this way. So option B is to grind off this lip and then shove it in, maybe with a little JB weld to hold it in, and then it should work perfectly. So we'll do that right now. Alright, so here's the magnet. The plan is just to shave off this lip and put it in the right way, and it's still, it's still magnetic, so it'll stick to the back of that cam gear. I don't think it'll go anywhere. So let's give it a shot. How do you turn this on? Alright, just Alright, so here is the finished product. The lip is shaved off, so let's try to shove this thing in, see if it'll stay. Okay, well, the magnet is in the right way. You guys can see that. So if we pop in the cam sensor, the signal should change. So let's see, look at that line. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, there it is. I think you should be in business as long as the magnet stays in the cam gear. See, it's low now, right? High, low. That's awesome. Okay, that's promising. Let's put everything back together and fire this thing up and look at the waveform. Alright, moment of truth. The scope is hooked up, belt's back on. Fire in the hole. Oh yeah. That's sweet. Rev it up. Rev it up some more. Okay, okay. Here, wait up. Let me do a different sweep time. Okay, rev it up. It looks perfect. Awesome. All right, shut it down. Yep, so check engine light is off. It starts better. My brother will fill up the gas tank and measure the fuel economy.
Yeah, I was getting about 19 in mixed driving, which, I mean, I guess that's close to the city rating. I thought I could do a little bit better because I am kind of more rural, suburban.
But,
so, yeah, I'm curious. I'm actually planning on taking this thing on US 40, so it's sort of the old national road out to visit my brother here in May.
Awesome.
So this is a perfect cruiser to do it in.
Yeah, this thing is a mile burner. You got to take it on the interstate and just set the cruise, and it should probably give you like high 20s miles per gallon if it's locked up, and the wind shouldn't matter too much. That's it.